Okay. This will be an interesting one. Don't know how it's going to look. How big are we going to make this? I'm going to make it that. I think we're going to make this into a negative positive for some reason. Even though it's mostly yellow, it doesn't look like yellow in a flattering sense. So I'm going to basically add yellow in because we're going to get rid of it in this design. So yeah, let's see how we go. Going all the way with cold. Going to make it cold. Okay, see if we can make it look good. Okay, I picked it up. It's a funny name. Sushi hub. There's a common use of hub. It seems to be by the Japanese, like biz hub, like Konica Minolta biz hub. Photocopiers. The word hub just reminds me of biz hub. Oh, I just have this association with it, so biz hub it is to me as far as I'm concerned. We're doing sushi hub on a biz hub. Fuck me dead. Okay. So that yellow is probably going to be a shade of blue or purple. It'll be interesting to see how it comes out. It's a negative, and hopefully the white areas, the black areas will become yellow when they convert into white. So let's see how we go. Yeah, that's interesting. The yellow looks okay. It's not the greatest, but looks interesting. I wonder if we can do a better job of it. The colours look quite nice. The detail looks it's a bit too detailed for my liking, but anyway, I'm just thinking maybe we can solve that problem and go to 200%, just to enlarge things in more detail. So we're just going to take this and we're just going to slide it around once again, this time at 200%. So let's see how that looks. Okay, let's see how this looks, this sushi hub. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I'd like there to be more of an angle, but I'm actually thinking this might make a good little centerpiece for the job. So we're going to keep it like that. Okay, right, now we can get rid of the original. We don't need this. This is basically, I think it's a menu for sushi hub, but now we're just going to turn it into biz hub. Sushi hub, biz hub. I know, I think it's funny. I like photocopier jokes. I do think they're kind of amusing. We're just going to put it on that. We're not going to enlarge the whole lot. We're not going to have the whole lot. We're just going to take a section out. So we're just going to put it on that. And we're just going to set this silly piece of corporate Konica Minolta shit up. So we're just going to get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of the yellow. And now the colour adjust. Just going to keep it the same, and we just got to change this to copied paper. All right, now let's see how we go. We're going to have to overlap these edges to make sure we don't get an ugly thick border. So we're going to enlarge a section out of this picture to make it look really nice. We don't want too much busyness in the image, like a busy looking appearance, like too many things going on at once. It's nice to enlarge things to simplify the composition. It's much nicer to have certain bold elements in your final printout instead of too much going on, and that looks really quite interesting. We got shades of green, and now that's turned to almost a maroony sort of colour, but you can see now we've got a little bit more fine, little bit detail without too much detail, if you know what I mean. Like, it's hard to describe what I mean. We're not having as much tiny little bits flying around. concentrating on a small area of the image, a smaller area. So this is it. This is Sushi Hub. This will be Sushi Hub reimagined on a Biz Hub. Photocopiers do make me laugh, even though they do fuck up and they're not very well thought of in the design process. And the whole photocopier industry needs a real overhaul. No pun intended, or was it a pun intended? It needs an overhaul. It needs to be changed. You know, the photocopier industry needs more forward thinking and less worry about how much this machine's going to make if we cut corners on the side, cutting corners in the design process to save a little bit of money here and a little bit of money there, and then selling the substandard product off too expensive. I mean, this machine often makes a lot of noises that it shouldn't make, even though I have never exceeded the $10,000, not $10,000, 10,000 copy or impressions. I've never exceeded the duty cycle on this machine, which is 10,000 copies a month. That's the recommended duty cycle. The maximum duty cycle is actually 19,000. So more like the amount of copies I make usually, roughly, not exact. My estimates are I only make about 1,000 copies a month. So basically I'm way under the duty cycle, and yet the machine sometimes often makes noises like squeaks and occasionally knocking noises and shit like that, which a machine that has never been overworked should do. But that looks really cool. You wouldn't know exactly what that was, I don't think, so that looks really good. So that's basically Sushi Hub reimagined on a Biz Hub.